Hey there, my Scorpio friends. Welcome to your second half of April reading. First things first, I am still under the weather, if you can believe that. I am on the mend, so I'm getting better. So just fair warning that this video may be highly edited, as I will cut out any cough attacks I may have. Also, if you hear the cough drop or my discomfort, because I am getting better slowly but surely, and I would just want to thank you guys for your patience and understanding. I am trying to get these messages out to you as soon as possible. So here is your second half of April 15th through the 30th for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising. And once we do the love portion, then it will also apply to Scorpio Venus as well. Now, I want to start off by saying, like I usually do, these are general readings, and not all messages will resonate with everyone. It is absolutely impossible to connect with every single Scorpio out there. On that note, if it doesn't resonate, take what does. Maybe part of the message does. Maybe, middle of the reading, end of the reading, beginning of the reading. Take what resonates. Leave what doesn't. Never force the message to apply. I did have some of you send me messages. By the way, thank you for all of you who have sent me well wishes. It's taken me a while to get over this cold or bronchitis, all this crazy stuff. But thank you guys for reaching out to me. Even those that sent me not so nice messages because of the last reading. You know who you are. Thank you for coming back, because I know you had to see what was part 2. I just want to say that I don't entertain messages, emails, comments from those who just want to destroy other people, or just want to, perhaps they don't hear the message that they want to hear, so they come back at the other person, be it me or someone else, in the comment section, because I had to delete some people that were not so nice to those that were in my comment section. I try to go through every single comment. Please don't be mean to other commenters, other subscribers. If it doesn't resonate, if you don't like the way I read, you don't have to stick around. You certainly don't need to give me any more of your time by posting negative comments. If you don't like the way I read, you don't have to watch. However, I did have some of you Scorpios that were pretty offended at the last reading. I felt that those of you that were ready to move past the issues, the mistakes, the guilt, the resentment, the anger that you felt was somewhat holding you back in certain situations. Perhaps you were overthinking something that was small and turned it into something bigger. For those that the message from the last reading I did, for those that it applied in terms of you ghosted someone, or you moved on away from someone while perhaps they were thinking that they were part of your future plans. And perhaps some of you got ghosted. Some of you were like, what the hell are you talking about, girl? That does not apply to me. Cool. Maybe this one will. But on that note, the men were really upset with my reading. The women that sent me messages were like, yes, I did that. Yes, that was me. Yes, it's true. Thank you, Scorpios, for, making the last video my most viewed. I know I only put out 4 videos at the beginning of the month, as I got really sick. But that's why I'm starting with you guys. And that's why I'm going to pull 2 cards of the Psychic Tarot for the heart. One for the men and one for the women. Because I feel as though women, Scorpios, not all, and those of you that, you know, are men but are more in touch with your feminine side, that perhaps relate more to the divine feminine side, this will also apply to you. And because it's a general reading, it can go vice versa. So I will pull a Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle. One for men and one for women. Some of you men were not ready to hear the last message. Let me tell you why I thought it was a badass reading. Because when you finally get to the point of overcoming your own bullshit and saying, you know, I am in the place that I am in the situation that I am, because maybe I didn't make the best decisions in the past, but I'm ready to move past it. It takes so much courage and strength to get to that point. So for those negative Nellies out there that were talking shit to my other commenters that were saying, yes, girl, this was on point. Yes, this was, you know, crazy, uncanny, whatever. You read my life. Don't talk shit. Don't talk negative to the other people. If you don't like the way I read, if you don't like the community I'm trying to support, please go elsewhere. Do not come on here and be negative to my subscribers, to my commenters, to my viewers. Maybe you need to look within to see what part of that message was the most painful and why. And perhaps my delivery wasn't the way you wanted to hear it. But at some point, honey, you gotta face it and move on. And so when you get to that point of saying, I'm strong enough to break through my own bullshit, because let me tell you, Scorpio friends, if you could break through your own bullshit, nobody else's bullshit stands a chance, right? You're not going to put up with your ex's shit. They're coming back and talking shit, being crazy, drama, asking for money, trying to, you know, drunk dial on you and tell you all kinds of crazy things. But if you're not ready to move past your own personal bullshit that can sometimes be self-inflicted, self-imposed, then don't knock those trying to heal, trying to grow, and trying to move on. I do this with love, and I share my love and light with you. And I'm just trying to help everyone break through their barriers. So here we go. Scorpio men, what is the most important message they need to heal? They need to hear to break through their bullshit and heal and move forward. And I have had cards like this for you guys in the past, right? How many times have I said in other readings, for those of you that have followed me in the past, who have seen my other videos, many times Scorpios can be afraid of their own success and growth. It's a stretch for you guys. It's getting you out of your comfort zone, because so many times do we get comfortable with the pain we're dealt with. And before we know it, we're manifesting that same cycle over and over again. And then you wonder why shit like that keeps happening. Again, it's about breaking through your own roadblocks, your own bullshit, your own hang-ups, your own patterns, and cycles. Because if you engage in similar patterns and cycles in other relationships, at work, with other people, with friends, with your behavior, maybe there's a coworker that's getting on your ass and you can't stand them, and all of a sudden you're going to happy hour every other day. You're indulging in toxic behavior, lower vibrational energies. You carry them with you. And that turns into a cycle. So Scorpio male, Scorpio men, my guides are saying it is time for success and growth. You are on that teeter-totter right now. You're on the edge of being able to manifest everything that you want, being able to accomplish what you have been wanting for so long, but then kind of leaning back to the comfort of the disappointment, where it's almost as though you don't believe that you're that close to whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. This is about progress and growth, moving forward quickly, manifesting. And some of you are probably thinking, girl, I've been manifesting this shit for a long ass time. I am waiting for it to happen already, like last year. But this is the card for you that says to stay focused. Keep pushing forward. Keep working on your success path, growth, manifestations. Forward movement is still forward movement. But when you go back and indulge in other negative energies, toxicities, toxic behavior, you're only holding yourself back. And you're having a hard time with the reality that success is around the corner for you. So for you Scorpio males that didn't believe that my last reading for you guys was badass, was a positive reading, was the opportunity to face whatever it was that you were feeling guilt or resentment about, what some of you may not have understood was that perhaps I didn't say it clear enough, but when you don't feel good about a certain situation, a certain decision, lifestyle, relationship, partnership, way of life, whatever it is, fill in the blank for your situation. Sometimes, most of the time, we are equipped with the answers, right or wrong, what we should be doing. And most of the time, we're not ready to jump into that path of success, that growth, that manifestation, no matter how much we say we want it. It's time for you to put the old ways of thinking, old ways of doing things, old patterns, behaviors. It's time to put them behind you and move forward. This is a continuation to the message from the first half of April reading. Because I felt that so many of you were feeling as though karma was dealing, a hardship for you. You were wondering when, excuse me, you were wondering when things were going to manifest. You were wondering if, because you failed to communicate to someone else or be open and honest with someone else, That perhaps the universe was just saying, this is what you get. This is your karma. The more you fed into that, though, the longer that karmic cycle became. So be ready to face your mistakes, your bullshit, whatever it is that you did wrong, or whatever it is that someone did to you that perhaps you haven't been able to let go. Because maybe you weren't the one that did something wrong to someone else. But maybe you haven't been able to let go that someone just ghosted you. That someone just was dishonest with you. Had other plans that didn't include you. You felt left out. You felt cheated. You felt betrayed. And you were very hung up on the fact that that even happened. You're at a period where you can decide to move forward in growth and in success and strength, or you can go back to the comfort of your own pain. Scorpio males, this was your oracle message for the continuation to that first part of April reading for my Scorpio friends. If you haven't seen it, I'll try to link it up here. Those of you that are just coming across this, I know this is a long intro, but I felt I needed to address it. Now, let's get one for the Scorpio females. Okay, Scorpio females, Psychic Tarot for the heart, continuation. Share the love. Okay, this is like the Three of Cups. So going back to as though this was the oracle message to the continuation of the last reading, right? Those of you that did resonate with that reading, where you realized, you know what, someone did me wrong, haven't been able to let it go, haven't been able to move on, haven't been able to live my life, or perhaps it was you that did that to someone else. Those of you that took the message as I had intended it to be, for you to realize, hey, I'm strong enough to break free from the bullshit, the mind games, the mind fuckery, because sometimes we are our own worst enemies. And sometimes we can get stuck in our heads replaying the same scenario over and over again. And a lot of times that scenario isn't the best one. And so those of you that just took the time to contemplate, to reflect, to make the changes in your life, that finally said, you know what? This is some bullshit. It's not going to control me anymore. And you started taking better care of yourself. The self-talk. Yes, the self-talk is important. The self-love. That self-talk that sometimes was like, oh, I can't believe I did that to this person. Or I'm such a bitch. Or I'm such a jerk. I can't believe I did that to that person. Or like, I didn't mean to hurt them as much as I did. Or I can't believe I trusted them and they hurt me the way that they did. I believed their bullshit. And their bullshit became your bullshit, Scorpio. But guess what? You got to love yourself back to life. You got to get rid of that negative self-talk. You have to rekindle and reconnect those friendships. Go out, enjoy your friends, your family, your children, your partner, whoever it may be. Reconnect with them. Be lighthearted, be playful. Because now this is your moment of happiness, of joy, of peace, of tranquility, because you overcame that negative self-talk, that feeling of, I just shot myself in the foot, the karmic cycle. The realization that maybe some of you dealt your own karma to yourself. But as you move past it and you let go of those feelings of anxiety, of stress, of worry, sleepless nights, you will soon start to feel a sense of peace, where not only are you starting to feel better about yourself and your outlook and your future, the path you've decided to take, but every day that you wake up, that you walk out the door, that you go to work, you go to school, whatever it is that you do, every day just seems a little bit brighter as you move past everything that you have been holding on to that was not for your highest good. Scorpio women, share the love. Start with yourself. You are mending that heartache, the pain. You're finding peace after closing out that karmic cycle. You're starting to feel a sense of wholeness. You have faced whatever it is that you felt was holding you back. You put your big girl panties on and you said, fuck this shit, I'm out. It's not going to control me, right? Keep taking care of yourself. Keep loving yourself. Keep doing you, Scorpio women. Nurture yourself back to life. Love yourself and be there for yourselves. And share the love. That was for Scorpio women. So, that was a long introduction in terms of getting back to that reading that I did for you guys for the first half of September. Wow, did I just say September? Oh my goodness. Well, September is something for you guys. First half of April. So, let's get to it with your second half of April reading. I just wanted to pull those oracle clarifiers for male and female oracle messages. I had such a huge, outcome and reaction from so many of you on that first half of April. So here we go. April 15th through the 30th. General and love. A year from now. Scorpio. A year from now. Let's get to it. What do we have going on for Scorpios? Sun, Moon, Rising. This is something that you have been working on, something that you've been trying to manifest, something that you've been trying to build. It will take a year or less. So, from now until April 2020, what is it that you're manifesting? Yes, money. New beginnings, earthly new beginnings, financial new beginnings, new jobs, success. Some of you that are trying to build on big businesses, you've had to turn into this really harsh business person, right? Logical, analytical. Six of Cups. That was the Judgment and the High Priestess. I am putting them back. Five of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. So, Scorpio friends, And yes, before anybody asks, male, female, both. Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, friends. Yeah. You are definitely going through some cycles, closing out old ones, starting new ones, new chapters in your life, financially, new home, trying to hold on to your money. Those of you that may have had some gambling problems or, you know, some debt that you felt that you couldn't get rid of. Yeah, some of you are drowning in debt. So I feel as though, my Scorpio friends, a year from now, within the next year, so from now until April, with the Ace of Pentacles, King of Swords, Six of Cups, Five of Swords, those of you that have tried or have started or are looking into starting a new business, you're trying to figure out what your best bet is. You've got your business sense, your business mind, your business cap on, right? Remember not to do the same that you did before, because I feel a sense here that there is someone who perhaps was in a business partnership in the past, which didn't really work out. Perhaps it was a friendship type business partnership, someone you've known for a long time. I feel if you're trying to go into business with someone from your past, from your childhood, someone that you have history with as a friend but not in business, if you're asking them to finance you, I'm feeling a sense of some overbearing energy here. If you think they're going to be a silent partner, or they're asking you to be a silent partner, I'm seeing conflict here. This partnership may not work out. Whether you or them, definitely feeling a sense of unable to see this through all the way. I feel the need to tell you, don't make the same business mistakes you did in the past. Within the next 5 months is what I'm feeling. You're going to feel a really heavy burden in terms of trying to get this business up and running. I just realized I said 5 months, and in 5 months we'll be in September, which is probably why I said September a few minutes ago. If you're trying to start a new business here, because this is what I get a sense of, that perhaps you're going to a friend or someone you know, someone who, you know, can back you, someone who you're looking at to maybe be your silent partner. How do we get through this? Let's, you know, hey, maybe we should do this. Hey, maybe, you know, but let me run the company. Like, let me handle this. They might not be so willing to loosen up the wallet per se. It might take some time to get them to back you. And at the same time, I'm feeling that for some of you, it's going to take at least a year to see the results you want to see. Because I have someone here who's not good with their money. Be careful of bad investments. And if it's not you that's investing in something or someone, do your research. Make sure that the business you're trying to create, to start, to build, make sure that you've uncovered all aspects of that type of business. I feel that there is some information or there's some hidden key here Like perhaps you already knew what needed to take place to start this business and you get started, and then, you know, a few months in, you suddenly get this, oh yeah, you didn't know you were supposed to do this in order for you to have this kind of profit. Meanwhile, the whole time you're thinking, wait a minute, this is all my profit. No, it's not all your profit. Maybe you only keep 10% and you got to fork over all this money, and you're like, nope, this isn't going to work. So make sure all your bases are covered here, Scorpio, because be careful of bad investments. Okay, so there's Scorpios here that need to be careful with bad investments. Be careful who you lend money to. I feel that for some of you, it's not even just about lending money to start up a business, but it's about being someone's bank. If you're borrowing money, if you're being, dependent on someone else for your living, even though maybe you have a job, you're trying to start up a business, you're trying to, side project, whatever it may be, they're going to be on you for results. They're going to be on you for profits. They might be someone that you have a great relationship on a friendly level. But they won't be afraid to call you on your shit and say, hey, look, I backed you because I believed you. I believed in you as well. Where is my money? Where are the profits? What have you been doing with all the money we've been making? Where's my cut? Because I feel that they're going to want to come in and say, no, I'm going to give you your cut. You don't get to give me my cut. This is in regards to some finances here. Absolutely. So make sure you have all your bases covered, contracts signed, do all your research. Make sure that you both know and you're both ready and you have a clear understanding of how the business is going to run. Like, yeah, I'll give you $10,000, but I'm going to want weekly updates. And you can't give them weekly updates. So what do? Negotiate. Be clear with your intentions, with your plan, and get clear with them. Okay? You don't want to be drowning in debt trying to figure out how you're going to get out of this or how you're going to come back up from it. That's for my Scorpios wanting to start a business or invest in one. I was not expecting that one, Scorpio. Let me move these out of the way. Let's do your love readings. Love life for Scorpios. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for April 15th through the 30th. Okay, let me put that back. That was the wedding card. And yes, some of you Scorpios were hiding an engagement, a partnership, may now be married or are planning on getting married. I felt that was part of that continuation from the first part. So here we go. Straight up single Scorpios. What message do you have for straight up single Scorpios? April 15th through the 30th. Make the effort. Well, you're single for a reason, right? If you're at home thinking, why am I still single? Because you're at home. And couples. Coupled up, married, in-betweeners. Serious partnerships. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. April 15th through the 30th. And there it is, codependency. Codependent relationships. All right, here we go. Let me put that one off to the side. Let me grab a new deck. Okay, that's for my couples. Let's see. Straight up singles. Why are you single? Because you need to make the effort. You can't be at home complaining, bitching and complaining. I work so much. I don't have the energy to go out. Make the effort. Straight up single Scorpios, April 15th through the 30th. Clarify, make the effort. The Chariot and the Nine of Pentacles. Queen of Swords, Five of Cups. Knight of Wands, one more. Okay, two more then. Let's do this over here. Straight up single Scorpios, here it is. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, right? So some of you have been like super harshly hurt in the past, perhaps from an Aquarius, Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. So here it is. In the past, perhaps there wasn't an equal give and take. There was an imbalance here. You know, it can go vice versa. Remember, this is a general reading. You were giving too much. They were giving too much. There was no equal give and take here. You chose to remain single and you figured, I'm going to cut my losses. We're just not getting along. They're tired of your shit. You're tired of their shit, whatever it may be. But you made a decision to move on and move forward, single. And so you may be out there enjoying the flirtation, the occasional date, the hookup. At the end of the day, that doesn't make you happy. It makes you feel a little empty and alone. And it makes you wonder, am I ready to start a new relationship? I feel that some of you single Scorpios definitely want to start a new relationship. Others of you are like, nah, I'm not ready for that shit. I'm not ready to put in more than I really want to. But you go through these moments where you go through these bouts of loneliness and sadness and depression. And you realize, well, I'm not happy being single. I'm not happy hooking up, dating around. Maybe at that moment you are, but after the fact, when you realize that you don't have an actual partnership, you start to wonder, should I go back to that sharpshooting ex? Well, don't go back to routine. Don't go back to comfort. You can do whatever you'd like. Obviously, I can't tell you what to do. But if it's not a relationship or a partnership that is a healthy one, that's going to make you happy, then start with yourself. Do what's best for yourself. Heal yourself. If you want that real sense of partnership, of connection, you need to be willing to make the effort. You need to be willing to clean your own slate. Start all over and realize that relationships are work. They take work. They take time and effort. And so you have to put in your time. You have to meet people halfway. You need to compromise. You need to communicate. You need to be willing to do all of that and do whatever it takes to have that, if that's what you want. But your overall love message here is make the effort. Okay, so here we go. Let's move on to our couples. Codependency. That felt like that was also part of first reading. And with that wedding card that came out, some of you may be in a partnership of convenience. If you're not with them, you don't have a roof over your head. If you don't have... I'm hearing that your partner should be your roommate, but you made them your partner. Because I feel you get more out of it that way. So there is a sense of codependency here. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Some of you that are not in those types of codependent relationships where you need your partner to survive, right? Roof over your head, helping you with the car payment, helping you with the rent, whatever it may be. Maybe you're in school. You can't afford your own place. Maybe you're out of a job. So this just became a relationship of convenience, of ease. For others of you that are not in this type of relationship, you or your partner may be indulging in some codependent behaviors. Drinking, drugs, sex addictions, gambling, shopping, video games, whatever it may be. Can also be codependent relationships outside of your own. Perhaps one of you has a codependent child or parent or friend or relative. Someone who's always coming around just to borrow money. Let's clarify the codependency card for Scorpio couples. Page of Wands, codependent child, someone who is younger. 8 of Wands, 5 of Wands, Ace of Swords. Four of Swords, 3 of Cups. The Strength card. So some of you have codependent children. Others just have dependence and you or your partner are not happy with it. In other words, you or your partner, they don't want kids. And you're living together, you are together, and they just don't know how to be around your kid. To the person with the kids here, the parent, love your kids first. Love yourself first. Make your relationship work if that is what you want. But I definitely feel that this is a tug of war of jealousy and codependency of you love your kid more than you love me. Your partner needs to understand that the love you have for your child or your children is different than the love you have for them. I'm feeling a sense of needing to take a break to find your own way, your own clarity, seeking truth in the situation, trying to figure out how to make it work with your partner and their kid, or you and your kid and your partner. It will take a great deal of strength, Scorpio couples. I just definitely feel like someone here is being very stubborn about making this blended family or situation work. And if it's not about a child, it is someone who's younger, whether you're the younger one or they are. Be careful of manipulators, love bombing that only ends up in conflict. I definitely feel the sense that someone here is trying to make it work with all three parties, right? Trying to move on from here. Trying to find their sense of strength to keep both their partner and their children happy. Someone here also has a child who I feel is grown enough, not like a child, but like grown-ass child. Who is warning you about dating someone who's much younger than you. They're trying to talk you out of it. They're making sense to you that it puts you in a position to be like, all right, are they the voice of reason? Can I make my son or daughter realize that this person does love me? Are my kids going to hate me if I continue to date this person? I just feel a sense of not having someone's approval here in moving forward. That's your messages, Scorpio couples. I definitely feel like for someone here, because I also have another message. I thought I was done, but no. I have someone here who's older. Whether that's you, Scorpio, or you are the younger one. And you're just still, wanting to have this sugar mama, sugar daddy relationship while you go out and have your fun, flirt, drink, party, do your thing. You want to be spoiled and taken care of and, loved, but there's a tug of war here. It's like they want you to stay home. They don't want you going out as often. It's just creating a lot of doubt and conflict. In any case, you have the strength to be able to, make this work. Try to talk to all parties for them to see reason. Take a break from, the argument, the fighting. If this is you feeling conflicted about a younger partner, or you have a child who is also dependent on you, but they're probably grown enough to take care of themselves. I'm just feeling so many different messages here. I have the parent that's trying to move on with a new partner who has a codependent child who's probably grown enough to take care of themselves. And it becomes a competition of partner and child, even though they're grown-ass person. And you're here like, I don't want to turn my back on my kid, but I got to live my life. I got to do me. I've already raised them. And then I have the Scorpio person here, couple. Who perhaps you didn't want kids. And you're just like, oh my God. I'm with this person. They got this kid that's driving me crazy. I'm just feeling so many different scenarios here. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Take some time to really connect with yourself, to really see the truth in the situation. Go with your gut. Trust your intuition, Scorpio. When you clear your mind of all the bullshit, you can really connect with yourself and know how to move forward. Trust your intuition. If this is a relationship that you really want to make work, you've got to take the time to get clear about what you want and how you're willing to meet them halfway to make this work together. You're both strong enough to make this work. This tug of war needs to stop. Drop the rope, sit down, and have a real conversation. Be open to listening as well. Scorpios, I still feel like I need to pull a couple more cards for you. Like I'm not quite done for you, even though I should be, because this is a long ass reading and I got to do a bunch of other readings. So Archangel Oracle messages. Let's just give them a card. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising for second half of April, April 15th through the 30th. How do we end this reading? Look at that. I love it. Maybe some of you need to journal. Maybe some of you, okay, so some of you that want to take the time to write, you're trying to figure out how to make a relationship work, a partnership work, a schedule that works so that you can have this time to write. Archangel Gabriel says, make time to write down your thoughts on a journal or pen an article or book. Here is your sign, Scorpio. Creative writing. If finding your clarity or your path means take some time for yourself, go somewhere, take a journal, a notebook, write a story, write your thoughts, your feelings. You don't have to share them with anyone if you don't want to, but it will help you in the long run to see things clearly and move forward. Okay, Scorpio friends, that was your second half of April reading, April 15th through the 30th. For my Scorpio friends, I hope this reading finds you well. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support, all my subscribers, commenters, those of you that have sent me messages. I have not gone through all of them yet. I really want to catch up on all my readings before I go back to my Instagram account and my emails. So thanks again, Scorpio. Please give this a thumbs up. Let me know if this resonated. Have a wonderful rest of the month. Those of you that celebrate Easter, happy Easter. Take care. Bye.